Hello everyone, this is the Mind of Lilith and welcome to another Open Mind Intuitive Tarot message for my audience, my viewership, okay? We'll see what Spirit has to say to you guys for today's message. Somebody's soul is tired. Someone's tired. They want to give up. They're crying out for help. They're tired. This is spiritual exhaustion caused by depression, illness, age. The World card. The end of a cycle. Someone's tired. The Hermit. Yeah. So the Hermit usually indicates someone who's spent a lot of time alone. This could be due to hospitalization, old age, illness. But this is exhaustion. I'm sensing an exhausted, tired spirit. Someone could be tired of their current circumstances. They could be tired of their emotional situation, depression, anxiety, mood swings. They could be tired of living, tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. But yes, someone wants to change something for the better. They want to be free. They want to be happy. In whatever way that manifests, someone wants to be free and they want to be happy. Spirit guides, I need some more insight for the collective, please. Which deck should I use? I will use the Light Seers Tarot deck for more clarification about this situation. I have all the cards. I do. Spirit guides, thank you very much. I need some more clarification for the collective. What's going on? This could also be the end of an illness. It could be a transition of someone close to you. This person's been sick for a while. So you could have a sick relative, a friend, someone has been suffering for a long time. They're ready to go, especially if they're Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Gemini. The Hermit card is the card of Virgo. So this is the end of a life cycle, the end of a life, potentially. This is something that is not unexpected. This is at the Tower. This is a long time coming. Someone's been sick for a while. So there's actually a sense of relief. A sense of relief. You know what's interesting? This World card has a keyhole up top. If you could see it, there's a keyhole up here, and this door has several keys on it. So it's almost like a spirit is being unlocked from a body, is being set free. Somebody felt locked in their body, or trapped in their body, or trapped in a certain cycle. Doesn't have to mean like a transition from life to death. It could just mean a transition from, a cycle of loss and struggle to a cycle of opportunity. So doors are opening. The doors could be spiritual, physical, material, financial, but there's a transition happening here, and someone's tired. But I sense that this is not a bad thing. Whatever is going on is actually positive. It's a relief from whatever's been going on. So yeah, these keys are opening up this door. So someone has obtained some sort of wisdom, insight. They're prepared for this next step. It's almost like a spiritual leveling up. This looks like the soul ascending to higher levels of consciousness. Could be physically or spiritually. So the soul leaving the body, right? Transcending the material form, or again, someone leveling up in the physical world, becoming more conscious, more spiritual, more enlightened. They're learning how to master their energy. I need some more information, please, for the collective, for my audience here. So there's a graduation, a spiritual graduation, and that could mean many things depending on what you're going through. Spiritual graduation can also be a transition from, one form of being to another. It could be an actual graduation. It could be a promotion. It could be elevation of consciousness, so on and so forth. So it's a lot of things happening here. Spirit guides, what's happening for the collective for today's message? This is something that's not unexpected. There's no tower here. If there is a tower, it's a tower of enlightenment. But it's not like this is something that happened unexpectedly. With the World card, this is a cycle ending, a long cycle. And the Hermit knows how to predict the future because it's very observant, very analytical. Judgment, yeah. 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands, right? I'll take all these. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So we have the Judgment, the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the Magician, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Hermit card again. Judgment and the Hermit. This is similar to the World card. It's number 20. This is number 21. So we have this, these are like bookends. This is someone's life cycle. Or a previous cycle that they were in. All the elements are here. We have 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands. The Chariot card, the Magician. Yeah, someone starting over. Starting over. I think this is what you went through. This is like the closing of a chapter. The front of the book, the back of the book. These are bookends. Something's closing out. It's to the point where you're so done with this that it's not even worth talking about. It's like these are different stages and phases of your life and evolution. It's like someone's taken, they're looking back on the past 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 50 years of their life. And they're detaching from it. It's almost like a collage or a montage of experiences that have led you to this point. This is all irrelevant. It's relevant only because it brought you to this point, but the things that you once valued, you don't value anymore. You're letting go or releasing something. So these are all experiences, very, moving, getting married, getting divorced, traveling, exploring. It's like something's over, or a journey is ended, or a chapter is ending, or a book is closing, you're prepared to start over, a new cycle, a new life. There's a sense of detachment, like it didn't mean anything. These experiences helped you to level up, but you're not attached to what they represented anymore. It's like graduating. You've graduated. So you're completely shifting and changing into a whole new person, into a different state of consciousness. It's almost like changing bodies. I'm not saying you're going to pass away. That's not what I'm saying. But it's kind of like that. There's a transformation happening here with the death card. The death card didn't come out surprisingly. It may come out in the clarifications. But it's like you've transformed. So, this is you graduating school, going to work. Like everything that you've held on to, everything you've valued, at this point, you see the fruitlessness of it, or how worthless it was, how irrelevant it was. It's like you were just doing things or living life for the sake of living life. You weren't living with intention and purpose. You thought you were, but you were not. Now you're aware of that. You're aware that you may have a higher calling. With the World card, we see this elevation of planets. You have a higher calling, and that higher calling requires you to detach from the things that validated you before. So this is a bunch of stuff, a bunch of experiences, lessons, and it brought you here to the Hermit. These are bookends. Clarify the Judgment card and the Hermit card, please, for the audience. Judgment and the Hermit, please, for the audience. Six of Swords again, and the Page of Cups. Someone's looking back on their life to their childhood. Okay. In extreme cases, this could be someone who recently crossed over and they're doing a life review. They're looking at their entire life. I'm picking up on a spirit that crossed over also. They're looking at all their experiences in their whole life. Now they're here. Judgment came. They transitioned out of their body. You see the spirit leaving the body. They transitioned and now they're here. Sort of like evaluating, assessing, analyzing, processing all these experiences. And they've leveled up. They've learned their lessons. They've completed their journey. In that particular body, they've learned whatever they had to learn. It was time for them to go or transition. If you're still alive and this is not your story, the same thing is happening to you. You may have started out with a career, maybe as an accountant, and you did that for 20 years. Now, 20 years later, the country's collapsing, the economy is up in shambles. Like everything that you thought was valuable, your degrees, your education, your career, it means nothing, and you're realizing that now. Everything is shifting. There's a shifting of consciousness on the other side and over here in the 3D. Clarify the Magician card and the Chariot, please. This is going toward another destination. But someone's transitioning. Either physically or spiritually. Either way, it's still leveling up. There's nothing to be afraid of, to be honest. Clarify the Chariot and the Magician. King of Swords. 5 of Cups. 5 of Wands. Page of Wands. 10 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. So, like, in this chapter of your life, Magician and the Chariot card, Gemini, Cancer energy. In this chapter of your life, you were dealing with an air sign potentially that could have betrayed you. You were holding. Oh wow! So so all these cards represent lessons or experiences or chapters in this book, and you're closing that out. Something is completely done. you're reflecting back on like really intense emotional experiences, betrayals, losses, burdens, but it means nothing now. You're realizing that it means nothing. This is an Aquarius. Why am I getting... I might be picking up... I don't want to say who she is, because this looks like their energy. Yeah. Someone could have been betrayed by a person they really loved. And that person's... when they transition, they're lingering around the individual that hurt them. But they're realizing that it was all for nothing. Their suffering was more of an ego thing. It wasn't personal. They had to go through that experience. So somebody's free. They're closing a chapter on this. I don't even think I need to clarify this anymore, because this is irrelevant. It's almost like shedding skin, changing your wardrobe, losing 150 pounds. You don't want to look at the old wardrobe or old pictures of you when you were overweight or whatever, unhealthy. This is you're completely done with this. There's a detachment to the point where you don't even care. You did when you were in that space, when you were in that consciousness, whether physically or mentally or whatever. But now that you've elevated or leveled up in some way, you don't care. There's a detachment. There's a feeling of coolness, detachment, balance, stasis, evenness. The turmoil and the torment is over. You're reading your own story. It's like reading your own memoir from the perspective of a third party. Like writing a biography and someone's reading your autobiography. Someone's reading your memoirs, or you're reading your own memoirs from the position of it's an out-of-body experience. It's like a dissociation from this consciousness, from this ego. So someone crossed over and they're coming through to this message, or this is you not crossed over. You're still here, but you've elevated in consciousness to the point where the things that you were once concerned about don't mean anything to you at all, and you're surprised about that. It's a bit jarring. More information, please, for the collective. Hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. This Hermit and Judgment card. This candle being burned. Someone could have candles being lit in their honor to celebrate their life. This is you lighting a candle of manifestation in preparation for the new moon. But the new moon actually took place last week. There's a full moon in Virgo coming up in about a week. Setting intentions. Yeah. This is you setting intentions. Chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. Are you hoping for a new relationship? You're trying to manifest a new partner. You're walking away from someone who you did not, I guess, gel with. The situation didn't work out the way you expected. I'm going to say this. This breakup or divorce felt like a death. And you held onto it for so long that you feel like you were frozen in time. This divorce or this loss was like a milestone for you. It was a major chapter in your life. It's a very long chapter. And that chapter had like sub-chapters in it, subsections within that chapter. So some chapters in your life are shorter than others. This chapter was very long. This marriage and divorce chapter, or this loss chapter. You built your whole life around this loss. Your identity was shaped around this. This chapter's closing. And you're hoping to Get your life back. You want your life back. You want your life back. This is like Aries energy. You got the Queen of Wands here too. You want your life back. One more, please. Foundation. Establish family security. Distance. If you want to get, okay, some of you guys want to get married again. You want to get married or remarried. You want to start over. You want a clean slate. You want a clean slate. You feel like up until this point, your life has not been the way you wanted it to be, or you wished or hoped for it to be, because you weren't living with intention. You were not living with intention. You were living unconsciously and making unconscious decisions, and it led to unconscious or unfortunate outcomes. You want another chance to start over and do things differently. Collective. Not that you made mistakes, but I think you feel like you wasted time worrying about worthless things, people, harping on things you couldn't change, not appreciating your blessings and opportunities. Someone wants an opportunity to start over and to rebuild their life. This could be during a life review. So after someone's transitioned, they're reviewing their life. They're seeing how things could have gone, or the way they wish things could be, so on and so forth. That's a possibility too. But also, someone is deciding to write their own story from a place of intention, like having a plan for their life. The chemistry is about creating something new. When you have a chemical reaction, there's a catalyst and something new is created. You may want to attract opportunities or people who will help you to rebuild your life a different way. Some of you guys may want to, whoever's watching this from the other side, they may want to reincarnate into a family with a better foundation. They want to reincarnate into a better situation. They don't want to reincarnate into chaos and dysfunction. So they're hoping to connect with a soul group or family who has it together, who has a healthier family dynamic, healthier culture, healthier community, so on and so forth. On the other hand, if you're still here, right? You're the 3D, you're still alive, so to speak. You are setting the intention to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that will help you to rebuild your life in a better way, establishing new traditions for yourself, breaking generational curses. Doesn't matter how old you are, you want to start over. Cavern of Secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. The Hermit card. When I hear hidden wonders and shadowy depths, I'm thinking of the 12th house, Pisces, Neptune, and also the Hermit. This is hard to get out because you've been hiding it from yourself for so long. It's hard to get out. This is something, it's like understanding the mystery of life, discovering the mystery of life and death, having access to this information. Someone is consciously connecting with their soul, but also soul experiences from a previous life. They're discovering who they were in past lives. They can almost see it, visualize it, hear themselves. They're connecting with their past lives in some way, shape, or form, and they're remembering who they were, and they're trying to reorient their current lives to match what was happening in the past life. In the past life, this person may have had more power, more resources, more stability, more everything. They were a more prominent figure, maybe. So this was hidden from you in this lifetime. And all these, I don't want to say worthless experiences, but you had to go through these experiences because at some point, maybe in your previous life, you were royalty or someone who was not allowed or given the freedom to have experiences. Your life was controlled by the church or a spouse or parents or your obligations to society, the hierophant, culture, structure. You weren't allowed to have these experiences. You could have been a monk in a past life too. Monk, nun, high priestess, oracle, royalty, someone who was not allowed to experience things. So you came back in this lifetime looking for experiences, and they're just there. They don't define who you are. They were just a way for you to collect data about how to be a human being or what it's like to be a human being. And now you've rediscovered who you are. You're connecting with your ancestry. 4th house, 8th house, 12th house, water houses, past lives. Pisces and Virgo, definitely past lives. On the north node and the south node. Different dimensions of time, perhaps you're dealing with. Spirit guides, more information please for the collective. I'm going to cut this short today because I know you guys don't like listening to the hour-and-a-half readings. I'll make it short. I'm going to pull one angel number card and I'm going to call it a day. Roots of stability, right? Your roots, your foundation. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. And we see foundation here as well. You're trying to break generational curses, create new traditions. You're remembering who you were, and that acknowledgement or awareness of your old identity is actually anchoring you and giving you a sense of purpose, of connectivity, of value. Now you're living with intention. Now you're applying your energy to specific things for specific outcomes. You're not just living haphazardly out of impulse. You feel anchored within yourself. It's like you know who you are. You know, there's a soul connection here. That's why I'm picking up like someone who's crossed over, or not even crossed over. I'm picking up on somebody's soul. What they call it? They in the Christian church they call it spirit man. Somebody's, not the alter ego, not that. Somebody's auric body, somebody's soul, somebody's spirit. I'm connecting to that. And that part of them is connected to multiple past lives. So this is somebody who transitioned and came back multiple times. We all have. So someone's spirit man or their spirit body is doing a life review of what has gone or taken place in this person's life thus far, and the chapter's closing. They're saying, okay, you've learned enough. Thank you. You came here for these experiences in the past life. You wanted to experience this. You have done that. It's time to close the chapter. Now it's time for you to do what you came here to do, what you're meant to do. Using these experiences as lessons, but this is not who you are. This is not irrelevant, but this is not who you are. You just came back to go through this stuff just to feel what it's like to have your heart broken, or to lose a job, or to get married. That's what you wanted to experience, but that's not who you are. So it's time to reconnect with who you are and why you really came here. That's kind of what's happening. So there's this communication between the spirit man, the spirit body, the soul, and the subconscious. It's like you're talking to yourself. Almost, some of you guys may have a dream that you're talking to yourself. A mirror image, reflection. It's already 30 minutes. And I'm going to close it out after this card. Should I? I'm always saying, should I? One more card, please, for the collective. Hurtful events. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past so it won't anchor you down. Right. I mentioned this person who broke your heart earlier. You're doing a life review, whether you're transitioning or not. And you were stuck on this situation. Now you're looking at it as just another experience you have to go through for your evolution. You have leveled up consciously. You don't feel entitled to, or it's like you're not internalizing other people's mistreatment of you or disappointments. There's a purification happening. Purification. You went through, what's it called? Oh my goodness. You went through, you kind of went through purgatory. You went through purgatory. You did. The life you just lived was purgatory for you. Whatever chapter this was very painful. Okay. 16161616, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or a platonic relationship, friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. I think it's past lives. I don't think it's someone that you broke up with 6 months ago. I think it's someone you don't know. You've never met in this lifetime. But they're coming. It's almost like this Pisces stellium is opening a portal into different dimensions. What is it? This time-space continuum bending? Time is bending, looping. So the past is meeting with the present. The dead are meeting with the living. The veil is thinning between the different dimensions. And I think each planet represents a dimension. Each planet in this stellium, or all the planets represent different dimensions of consciousness. If they're all in the same sign, they're aligning. And the chain reaction is going to be generated, like a chemical reaction. That chemical reaction is going to open up a veil, open up a portal. And soulmates are going to come back together from different dimensions and past lives. It's like, not from different planets, no. So these are two people. One person was born in Texas. The other person was born in, I don't know, Guatemala, whatever. There was no reason why they should ever meet, right? Considering the life path they were on. But for some reason, during this Pisces stellium, they'll have an opportunity to meet. It'll be a weird circumstance. They may see each other in the dreams first. They may have like this astral traveling situation first. Then they'll come back together in the physical for the most part. Okay? 0110, belief system. Go after what you want. Unique, destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. You're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out in the crowd, from the crowd. I think that's what you're realizing, whoever this is for. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. The Pisces stellium will do that, definitely. And beliefs is about Sagittarius, Pisces, Jupiter, and Neptune. Depending on what house these planets are in. Neptune's moving to Aries really soon. And Jupiter is going into Cancer later on this year, around the summertime. July, I believe. June, July. Those two planets are moving to cardinal signs. So if you have a lot of cardinal planets in your chart, you know, you'll probably have a lot of opportunities of luck over the next 12 months. Not even 12 months. I would say I would say 12 months. It'll be amplified. And then you have to look at which houses Neptune and Jupiter are moving into. Like which house is Aries in your chart? Which house is the ascendant in your, not the ascendant, I'm sorry. What house is Cancer in your chart? Right? Those are areas that you'll see elevation and growth for the most part, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening. Look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.